Today I'll be showing you how to make this super delicious tea cake without oven. So to make the condition of an oven, today I'm using this kadhai. Anything that is a bit thicker in size you can take, and you can even use cooker or even pans which are thick. And then what we will do is, now you have to put the flame in medium, so it's in medium, and then you place anything that can hold your cake pan. So I'm using my donut cutter here. You can use the ring which you get for making chapatis, rotis and all. You can use that also. And then you need to preheat your oven before placing your pan. So this, you have to cover it and then keep it like this for about 10 minutes. So at first we have to prepare our pan. I'm using this 5-inch cake pan. You can use any kind of aluminum or steel container that you have at home, since this is for those who do not have oven and who do not consider baking on a regular basis, but you want to try something. So you can use anything that is made of aluminum is the best, or even steel. So how you prepare your pan, it's important because your cake can stick to the pan when it is done. So it is very important that you grease it. So for that you put some butter, or you can even use oil. I'm just using my hands since it is just a demo, but you can use with tissues, or you can put gloves on all the corners, especially the bottom corner. Yeah, so that's it. And you put some flour, which is Maida, and then you dust it. And the remaining you can just pour it back. So this here, your pan is ready. Today I'm going to make the recipe very simple and very easy for you, especially the measurements, because you may not be having a measuring scale or teaspoon set or the cup, which is actually used and very important in baking. So how you can replace that? You may not have those things in your house, but all of us, we will have some kind of bowls and a big tablespoon and a teaspoon. I think all our households will have this, so I'm considering that, and then measuring everything with this spoon and this small spoon. So our flour here is 1 cup, which is actually, if you measure it, it is 105 grams. So to make it easy for you, I have used this big spoon, and then you scoop out the maida and then you pour it. So it comes about 7 full tablespoon, the big one, like you do like this and then you dump it. So that is 7 tablespoon. When you put it becomes 105 grams, or approximately something like that. And I also have, you can see some specks of white things here. This is baking powder and baking soda and salt. They are already here. I have mixed them. So for that we are going to use this teaspoon, half of each, half of baking soda, half of this teaspoon baking soda and baking powder, and a little bit of salt, which you can put like a pinch of salt, and then you mix it. In the same way, I have taken this sugar, which should be about 70 grams, so it is 9 tablespoon, the big tablespoon, 9 tablespoon. And this oil, this I have, it should be 90 gram, so approximately I have done, and it comes about 20 tablespoon. When you scoop it like this and then you pour, so it should be 20 tablespoon. And the milk in the same way is 9 tablespoon, and curd should be 45 gram, but I have measured it with the tablespoon, and it comes about 2 full tablespoon. So these are to make easier for you. If you don't have measuring scales and cups and other things, you can just use whatever is in your hand and then make a simple cake at home. And this is a tea cake, eggless tea cake. So let's start. So I'll be mixing the flour and the sugar together. These are all called dry ingredients, so you place all your dry ingredients in one bowl and mix it. Since many of you may not have vanilla available right away at your home, so I'm going to make this a lemon cake, which goes best with tea or coffee, and this is really good dry cake. So this is key lime, which we find in India most of the time. You can use any kind of lemon you have, maybe a small one, or if you are using a bigger one, then maybe half of it. So what we do is, I'm doing this because all of us, we have lemon at home, and especially right now when pandemic is going on and we all want to boost our immunity, we all have lemon at home. So what you do is you take the lemon zest, so you grate the peel, not the white part but just the green part, or if you are using those bigger lemons which are yellow in color, then the yellow part of it. Remember not to grate the white part, otherwise it will get bitter. So 1 lemon zest, that's it. And then you can give one more mix. Okay, and if you don't have this, you don't have to use it, you can just use a spoon. So in a bowl, all the wet ingredients, let's put dahi, our yogurt, and some milk and our oil. You can even use butter, you can melt it and use it, or any oil of your choice. I'm using sunflower oil. So mix it. And there is maybe half of lemon juice, so just pour it in. If you are not making lemon cake, you can replace that with 1.5 teaspoon or 2 teaspoon of vanilla also, or for that matter any flavor you love. So now pour your dry ingredients, maybe in 2 batches. It is important in baking that we do not over mix our batter, otherwise the cake will get hard and dense. This is an eggless cake, so the texture is a bit different than the egg ones, but I can tell you the taste is amazing. So that's it. Now you can take your tin and then pour it. So that's ready. You put your pan inside. And then cover it for say about 20 to 25 minutes. So let's check on our cake after 20 minutes. Ooh, see here? Let's check whether it's ready or not. So how do you check whether the cake is done? You take a toothpick and then insert in the middle. See, if it comes out clean, that means the cake is ready. You can even use a knife. So if a knife comes out clean, that means the cake is ready. Cool it for some time. Unless it is completely cooled, do not try to take out from the pan, or at least 10 to 15 minutes, otherwise the cake might break. So make sure you cool it down before you actually take it out of the pan.